Now, after the the fourth battle has actually been won, we actually go to the fifth battle, which Team I is go up against Team J, which Team J has Roland, Ritsley, and Nix, and I actually have Ruben, Nils, and X. Now, us and others never actually heard about a wizard named X, in which Ruben from Team from the Crimson Lion Kings, and Nils is from the Silver Eagles. They actually haven't seen their teammate in which the king actually told them if their teammate is not actually here, they will be disqualified. However, X actually appeared, but there's actually something weird about him. In fact, the way how he looked is definitely weird. Oddly, like he was painted. And sure enough, that he was actually Rail, which I actually had to be honest, that does look convincingly, well, poorly drawn that way, in which they actually thought that a captain would actually be in the test, the tournament, but Julius actually told them they would give him a chance to defeat a Magic Knight captain, which now the roster has filled up, which means that Team I now actually has Rail, Ruben, and Nails, and Team J actually has Roland from the Coral Peacocks, Winsley from the Blue Roses, and Nyx from the Green Praying Mantis. Before, they would actually been introduced by Walter, Rail's butler, who actually serving the Bruce Motor House, in which also actually have a fondness for him and actually drank some of his tea, which is actually pretty good. But now back to the tournament, which we actually seen Whale actually moving forward by himself, and he actually going to find a perfect campus to draw his paintings, in which he was actually being caught by Roland's plans, in which we actually going to see Team J defeating a Magic Knight captain. And that being said, Roland using his plant reinforcement magic pollens to enhance Winsley and Nick's magic, and Nick using his flame spike, and Winsley using her ice magic icicle bridge to defeat Rail. And when we actually seen Rail using his magic, we actually got into his backstory of how he actually became a Magic Knight, which actually brought to the story of how he got his grimoire. And the story began with him actually having an enormous amount of magic and actually lock himself in his room. After he received his grimoire, he continuing to draw paintings and actually gone berserk, terrifying his mother. And her mother begs him to stop, and she actually once say that she wished she should never have given birth to him. But Rail actually keep pushing people away to try to create his perfect painting. We see how he actually injured Walter, the scar from earlier. We see Walter put him back into his senses as he reminded him of how many creative things that he could paint. And he actually could do something for that magic. And he actually became a magic knight and also the captain of the Aqua Deers. and his mother watched him travel to the royal capital, and she actually apologized, and she saw his picture of her, and that actually gave Rail a new spell, which he defeated Rinsley and Nyx with his picture magic twin storms of fire and water, which is actually a orange orange red for fire and then blue for water, and then they used it on them for for their attacks. And everybody actually thought he would be weak, but it actually turned out he actually that powerful. As we seen Nails actually free Whale, and Ruben using his Rock Storm spell to destroy Team J's crystal, and that actually caused them to win, in which Team I actually won the match. Now we actually see Whale looking over the canvas that he actually did, and he wanted to draw it, but they actually move out of the way for the sixth match, Team K versus Team L, in which Klaus and Luck are actually getting ready to go for their match, which they actually been encountered by their other teammate, Perla Angel from the Blue Rose Knights, who's actually the fourth senior class. And they actually going to come up with a strategy. However, their only problem is Team L's other member, the member of the Silver Eagles, Rob Fuentes, which he also happens to be another win user. And the roster actually fills with Paula, Klaus, and Luck. And Team L is Rod, Francis from the Awkward Deers, and Winton from the Purple Ochras. So we're actually going to see how this other match is going to start. Now, I actually thought that Rail would be actually weak because the Awkward Deers are always last place. But now we actually seen his backstory and how he actually defeated his opponents was actually incredible. And I actually thought that spell he used was actually awesome. And now I can't wait to see how the sixth match is going to begin on the next episode next Tuesday. So anyway, like this video, subscribe for more, and comment what you think about the episode. You guys can also follow me on Twitter, Instagram, Tumblr, and I got a Facebook page. Until then, this is Abby Guy here saying signing out. Laters!